Hi everybody, this is Christine with the Graphic 45 Brand Ambassador Project. Today I'm going to show you how to use up your scraps to create a cute little mini wallet. So the first thing that you're going to do is cut a piece of cardstock to 5 inches by 12 inches, then score at 2.5 inches on the 5-inch side, and score at 3 3/4, 4 inches, 8 and 8 1/8 inch on the 12-inch side. Then you want to fold on the 2.5-inch score line to create a nice crease. And then you're going to start to cut along your score lines at 3 3/4, 4, 8, and 8 1/8, only to that 2.5-inch score line. You want to remove those small sections of paper, so you're going to cut at a slight angle so that when the wallet is folded, the paper will not be in those score lines. Once I folded on all the score lines, I flipped my paper over and folded on the opposite side because I want my paper so that my 1/4 inch side is on the left-hand side and the 1/8 inch side is on the right-hand side. Then, using my craft knife, or you can use fussy cutting scissors here, I'm going to cut around the oval on the journaling card. I'm going to use the piece that I cut as a template to create a window that I will line with acetate. But I will also be using the piece that I'm cutting out of the journaling card to back my window so you can see it once the piece is removed from the pocket that I'll be making. Fold the right hand flap down and then place the piece that you cut from the journaling card so that it's facing down. I like to trace around it with a pencil just so that I have my line so that I don't have to actually use my craft knife with my template. So I'm going to go ahead and use my craft knife again to cut the oval, but you can also use your fussy cutting scissors if you feel more comfortable doing it with that. Once I have my oval cut, I'm going to be using double-sided tape around all 4 sides of the oval, just so that I can hold my acetate piece on. I have found that using double-sided tape is better for acetate than using wet adhesive. My acetate sheet is cut to 2 3/8 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch. Next, I'm going to take my piece that I've cut from the journaling card, line it up in the acetate window, and then I'm going to add my glue to the back of this piece and close my flap so that it is adhered to the back of the flap and it will be able to be visible once the card is removed from the pocket. Next, I'm going to seal my pocket shut with 2 pieces of double-sided tape, one on each side of the acetate pocket. Make sure that you leave the top of the pocket open so that you can slide your little card down through the top. Now I'm going to take the entire piece over to my paper trimmer and cut 1 inch off the top, or I should say the bottom of the flap on the left-hand side. Then I'm going to flip the paper over and I'm going to create a pocket with it in just a moment. But before I do, I'm going to pierce a hole in the center of my piece on the wallet, and I'm going to place a 10-inch elastic band through that hole. I'm going to tie a knot in the end, and this is going to create the closure to hold the wallet closed. Next, I'm going to add glue to the sides of the flap to create a pocket. Then I'm going to use the smaller 1-inch section that we trimmed off of the piece and create a second pocket below this so that there's a double pocket on this inside flap of the wallet. I have taken a scrap of the 8x8 paper pad and backed it with a small white piece to create a photo mat, placed it in the pocket, and then I've added one of the butterflies from the die cut assortment just as a decoration. Then I've taken a strip of the border strip paper from the 8x8 collection, and I'm going to make a belly band on this page by adding adhesive only to the side sections. Then I'm going to place a small cut apart card behind the belly band. Next, I have a piece of red patterns and solids that I've cut into a card booklet and added two white photo mats to the inside and a small cut apart card to the lower pocket. Then I'm adding the hello die cut piece to add as a decoration. In the center, I have two white photo mats that will be adhered down to the page. And then I'm fussy cutting some of the little mushrooms from one of the pieces on the border strip that I had as a leftover scrap. This will be adhered down only to the bottom and the right-hand side of the top portion of the wallet, the white photo mat, just so that the photo will slide underneath of it. Then I will do the same thing with another section of the paper, just creating a tuck spot so that the photo will slide behind the decorative paper. Next, I'll be using this cute little fairy images die cut piece from the ephemera assortment. I'm trimming it just so that it will fit on this part of the wallet, and I'm only adding adhesive to the sections that will be holding this down. So only the top portion of the fairy head and then the feet. That way I have a place to tuck little cut apart cards behind this image. Moving on to the back, I will be using one of the die cut ephemera pieces and a strip of yellow paper from the Patterns and Solids to create another belly band. So I am first adhering the center of the die cut piece to the yellow strip so that it doesn't move. Then I'll be adding adhesive to the sides of the yellow strip and placing it in the center of my wallet across the middle. Then I will be adding a cut apart card behind it in the belly band, and that will be backed on yellow cardstock just to give it a little bit more weight so that it won't slip out from behind the belly band when my wallet is finished. For the front of my wallet, I am cutting 2 of the frames with my Graphic 45 metal die and adhering them together just so that they are a little bit thicker. Then I'm taking my small cut apart card from the 8x8 paper and adhering it to the center. The entire piece will be adhered down to the front cover, and then I will be adding a few chipboard pieces just to give it a little bit of extra dimension. I forgot to add the chipboard pieces dangling from my elastic closure before I adhere my pocket closed, so I'm just going to remove my elastic, untie my knot, and I'm going to place 2 small chipboard dangles from my elastic. Then I'm going to replace the elastic closure back through the hole, tie a knot, pull it back through the pocket, and then I'll have my closure with 2 small little chipboard pieces that gives it some extra added dimension and elements to the front of my little mini wallet. I hope you've enjoyed this project and will try it with your favorite Graphic 45 collection. Thanks for watching and have a great day.